Learn English pronunciation with Sass, Tears, and a push to Canada. Welcome to Synergy Nexus Innovations, the holding company of Canada SmartMind, where we dish out straightforward humor, a sprinkle of irony, and sometimes a deep, sorrowful vibe, all wrapped up in words that'll light a fire under you to pack your bags for Canada. We're here to guide you through English pronunciation with a twist that's equal parts fun and real. You're skillful, you're knowledgeable, and you got what it takes to tackle this. We'll kick things off with the basics, but it's on you to keep the momentum and master it with our exercises. Stay tuned. Today, I'm walking you through 5 steps to nail English pronunciation. This video's got theory, an example, exercises, and a story to tie it all together. Here's the menu for what's coming up.
Menu: 5 steps to ace English pronunciation. Theory time: breaking down the nuts and bolts of pronunciation with a focus on adjectives. Example vibes: a little demo to show you how it's done. Exercise jam: hands-on practice to get those words rolling off your tongue. Story mode: a tale to glue it all together with some Canadian flair. Wrap-up motivation: a push to keep going and chase that Canadian dream. If you're digging this, hit that like, drop a comment, and share it with your crew. It's free, and it helps us get this video out to more folks like you. Your subscriptions, likes, and comments are the fuel that keeps us rolling, so tap those buttons below and let us know what's on your mind. We'd love to hear from you.
Step 1. Theory time, adjectives, and a lexical approach. Let's dive into the good stuff, pronunciation, starting with adjectives. Why adjectives? Because they're the spice of language, those descriptive words that paint pictures, set moods, and make your sentences pop. Think gorgeous, wild, or melancholy. How you say them matters just as much as what they mean, especially if you're aiming for that smooth Canadian vibe. We're leaning on the lexical approach here, a method cooked up by linguist Michael Lewis back in the 90s. It's all about learning language in chunks, words and phrases that naturally stick together, rather than obsessing over grammar rules or single vocab words. Lewis figured out that native speakers don't build sentences from scratch. They pull out ready-made bits like take it easy or bitter cold. For pronunciation, this means focusing on how these chunks sound together, not just the individual bits. It's less about drilling cat in hat and more about flowing through a cozy little cabin with the right rhythm and stress. So, with adjectives, the trick is nailing their stress and tone. Take beautiful. It's not beautiful like a robot. It's beautiful with a punch on the first syllable. Canadians keep it chill but clear, with a slight rise in pitch to keep it friendly. Or try ridiculous, ridiculous, where the middle gets the spotlight. The lexical approach says don't just memorize the word. Hear in a phrase like ridiculous weather and mimic that flow. Adjectives also shift depending on what's around them. Pair cold with wind, and it's a cold wind, sharp and clipped. But in cold-hearted, it stretches out a bit, almost mournful. That's the magic of chunks. They shape how you say each part. We'll practice this so you can roll into Canada sounding like you belong.
Step 2. Example vibes. Putting theory to work. Alright, let's see this in action with 3 examples. Imagine you're chatting about Canada. Casual, fun, with a dash of heart. The stunning Rockies took my breath away. Stunning hits hard on the first syllable, stunning. It's bold, like the mountains themselves. Rockies keeps that Canadian twang, soft R, not too harsh. The whole chunk flows like you're in awe, which you should be. This hilarious moose just stared me down. Hilarious is hilarious. The second bit gets the kick, with a playful lilt. Pair it with moose, that classic Canadian critter, and you've got a vibe that's cheeky but warm. Say it like you're smirking. A lonely road stretched out forever. Lonely is lonely, soft, drawn out, with a dip that feels heavy. It's less funny, more soulful, like you're lost in the prairies. The chunk lonely road carries that weight together. These aren't just words, they're mini stories. The lexical approach says grab the phrase, feel its rhythm, and let it sink in. That's how you sound natural, not stiff.
Step 3. Exercise jam, pronunciation quiz. Time to flex those skills. Here's a 3-question quiz to test your pronunciation chops, Canadian style. Pick the right option, and I'll break down the answers at the end. Quiz. How do you say gorgeous in a Canadian way? A. Gorgeous. B. Georgious. C. Gorgeous. What's the vibe for bitter in bitter wind? A. Bitter, flat and quick. B. Bite, short, sharp. C. Bitit, long and heavy. How's tired sound in tired traveler? A. Tired, 2 beats, slow. B. TRD, 1 fast grunt. C. Tired, soft, 1 syllable. Take a stab at these, and we'll circle back with answers later. No peeking.
Step 4. Story mode, a Canadian tale. Picture this, you're on a winding, lonely road in Alberta, the kind that stretches so far it messes with your head. The bitter wind's howling through your cracked window, and you're feeling like a tired traveler who's been at it too long. Then, bam, up ahead, a gorgeous lake sparkles under the sun, and a hilarious moose stumbles out of the trees, eyeballing you like you owe it money. You laugh, the weight lifts, and you think, yeah, Canada's where it's at. That's your vibe, mixing the rough with the beautiful. Pronouncing it right makes it yours. Lonely drags out your longing, gorgeous lifts you up, and hilarious keeps it light. That's the lexical approach in real life, chunks that carry a feeling.
Step 5. Wrap up motivation. Keep going. You've got the tools now: theory, examples, a quiz, and a story. But here's the real talk. Doing is tough, but it's doable. You've got to grind harder, hide your shine a bit, and focus on carving your path to Canada, not flexing on anyone else. The objective: chase your dreams, not applause. Stick with these exercises, nail those chunks, and you'll be chatting up Canadians like a pro.
Digging deeper, the lexical approach and beyond. Let's unpack this lexical approach a bit more, cause it's gold. Michael Lewis wasn't just some dude with a hunch. He saw how we actually speak. You don't think I plus am plus going plus 2, you just say I'm gonna. That's a chunk. For pronunciation, it's about hearing freezing cold as one unit, not 2 separate words. Canadians love their laid-back flow. Think nice day, eh. And this method gets you there. But here's where it gets wild. Language isn't just sounds, it's power. Mastering it's like hitting escape velocity, breaking free from gravity. For governments, that's economic rocket fuel. A workforce that speaks well pulls in trade, tourism, jobs. Canada's bilingual edge, English and French, makes it a beast in global markets. You learning this? You're not just talking prettier, you're plugging into that system. It's a grind, sure, but the payoff's massive.
Quiz answers, let's break it down. Alright, quiz time's over. Here's the reveal, Canadian style. Gorgeous. Correct? A. Gorgeous. Why? Canadians keep it tight. 2 syllables, stress on the first. Gorgeous is too extra, and gorgeous sounds like a French twist gone wrong. Think crisp, friendly, done. Bitter and bitter wind. Correct? B. Bit. Why? It's short, sharp, like the wind itself. Bitter is flat and dull, and bitt or drags too long. Canadians clip it quick, matches the vibe of a prairie gust. Tired and the tired traveler. Correct? C. Tired. Why? 1 smooth syllable, soft R. That's the Canadian way. Tired feels forced, and tard is too gruff. It's weary but gentle, like you've earned a rest. Nailed it. Good. Missed a few? Practice those chunks and you'll get there.
Why this matters. Real talk. Doing this is hard. No lie. Pronunciation's a beast. Your tongue trips, your brain scrambles, and half the time you're scared to sound dumb. But it's possible. You've got to push, not to prove you're better than anyone, but to get where you're going. Canada's waiting. Whether it's the stunning vistas or the hilarious quirks, it's yours to claim. Hide your talents, till they're sharp, then let 'em loose. Your likes, comments, and shares? They're clutch. Seriously, it's free. You just tap like, scribble a thought in the comments, and hit share to spread the love. That boosts us big time, gets this video to more dreamers, and lets us cook up even cooler stuff for you. Hit those buttons below, tell us what you think, and we'll read every word. Big shout out to our sponsor, Canada Smart Mind School. They've got daily English and French courses, plus job search help, for less than $1 a day. Cheap, flexible, fits your life. Links are in the description,
Check them out. Don't wait for a miracle, though. You've got to do the work. Start now, keep at it, and you'll see the magic happen. Cheers. Catch you at the next one.